left, 4 minutes left of the seniors' high school lacrosse career, and everyone bared down and came out with the dub.
Take us through that if you can remember it, unless it's a blur right now, but the championship winning goal. What was your vantage point? What were you thinking?
But yeah, no, it kind of still is a blur, but I was just running down, let off the gas a little, saw him slow up, and then just accelerated and blur from there. Blur.
History. History.
Yeah.
For the Quakers.
I'm speechless still.
You take the lid off, and what was the emotion like?
Oh, one of the best feelings ever. I mean, we just worked so hard, especially in these times, COVID and everything. Feels amazing. Feels like I just found the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, that's great. Bill, you've been a part of this obviously for a long time. You just mentioned, the history that was made and a special group to bring you that history, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. The tone was set a long time ago in this program, and everyone who came before us really set the tone for our team, and these guys bought into the whole thing. Right from, we didn't, all multi-sport athletes, and we didn't really get a chance to get together before April 22nd. But right from the start, practice day one, these guys went after it really hard, senior leadership, and this Port Jefferson team was a really good team, and kudos to those guys. They fought hard, and it was tough because they had a lot of momentum. It looks like looked like it was going to switch around, but, with 4 minutes left, we talked to the guys in a timeout and said, this is in your grasp. I don't have to say anything. You guys can take care of this. We can easily score 4 goals in 4 minutes, and we got one at a time. And I always said to these guys in the fourth quarter, we want to put ourselves in a position to win. And we were down 11-10, and guys were a little bit, they'd come back from a big lead, and guys were a little bit uptight and a little bit aggro. And, I just said, listen, fellas, this is where we want to be. We've had a great year, and you have the capacity to do it. Believe in what you can do and believe in your own ability. And these guys came through big.
One last for the guys. Ben, you just mentioned, right, like this is it for you. What kind of memories are you going to kind of take after this one?
I'm honestly going to miss practice and going hard with my whole team and just being around the boys that I've been playing with the whole season. And obviously this game is going to be ingrained in my memory forever, and I'll just never forget this.
Same kind of question, Albert. You're going on. You're playing college ball, but the high school memories that you create, I think, kind of a lot of guys say last a lifetime. I mean, what are you going to think as you go on to the next level?
Well, the thing that's going to stick with me most about this team is the amount of grit everyone has. Usually people think of Friends Academy, they're not the best at sports, but we proved them wrong, and that's because everyone on this team is ready for a challenge. They look a lion in the eyes and they go head on with it, so that's what I'm going to miss the most. And of course, Gary putting us on the line when we mess up. Never gets old.
Listen, you heard it. They want to go to practice again, and they're giving you the credit.
No, they don't know.
The season must be over.
We got practice tomorrow morning.
7 a.m.
All right, guys. Well, we thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations on making history, and what a dramatic championship win for you guys.
Yeah, thank
congratulations.
You. Thanks very much.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and we'll preview the next one, the Class A Championship coming up. Here you're watching the Varsity Media Long Island Championship Show.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area's leader in sports media production. We specialize in live streaming.
Gargiulo over the middle. He's got a man. It's complete. And Ciolino. See you later. Touchdown, Massapequa.
Videography. And photography. Covering all sports at all levels. We feature aerial photography and videography, college recruiting videos, live streaming of games.
Top of the key, Smith, why not? Wow. Bang! McKee, first down and more! Charlie McKee! Touchdown, Oceanside!
School events, graduations. Varsity Media is available to cover a game, a tournament, a season, or any special event.
Talk to us a little bit about what went through your mind, how you prepared for that to run such a fast speed.
Currently, spectators are limited at events. Let Varsity Media bring the event to your fans. Contact Varsity Media today for more information. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone 516-403-2050.
We welcome you back to East Islip Middle School, the home of the Long Island Championship. What a game we had in the Long Island Class D final. Port Jefferson and Friends Academy. Let's go through those highlights again. We'll pick things up here in the third quarter. It's Kyle Scandell. He'll dodge from the top. And that goal cut Port Jefferson's deficit to 9-8. Brady DeWitt would respond or follow right there as well. That goal ties the game at 9. Ben Lee, we just heard from him. 4 goals on the day. How about this one? We will go low to high. That made it 10-9 Friends. Fourth quarter, final 12 minutes, right? Well, not so fast. Here comes Josh Shields. He makes it 12-10.
Did he go? Camera's far back. Like, sit on that thing if you can.
Off a failed clearance.
We got to give him the headset.
Here comes Kyle Yanucci. You knew we'd get a pole goal in there somewhere, right? That's 14-10 Port. 7:24 left, fourth quarter. Game over, right? Not so fast, says Ben Lee. Here he gets the ball. Goal line extended. They'll work the ball around the perimeter a little bit, but watch 3. Lee will get it right back. What a monster game from him. You just heard from him last game as a lacrosse player. That makes it 14-13. Here's the winner, Albert Paniccia. His 5th of the game. 3:49 left. Rips off the lid, and we have a champion. 15-14, your final score. Friends Academy wins the Class D championship, their first ever championship. We want to thank our sponsors for today's shows. It's the Breakout Goaltending Group, led by Tim O'Meara and Brian Soper, the Adelphi great goalie and the current Oyster Bay head coach as well. And of course, Igloo Lacrosse, led by Anthony Alexander, who we will have with us now on set. Anthony, a man of many hats, was a big part of our broadcasts this year as well. Did our game against, Massapequa and Garden City. Today, very much repping Syosset. Of course, his son is a big part of the Syosset team, AJ. So he's got you can see it there, the Lacrosse Nassau Championships. That was pretty quick to get those shirts in.
I don't know how they did it.
So Anthony, obviously Igloo Lacrosse, it's coming up. It's summer, right? So it's you're a year-round operation, but obviously we're getting into the big part of your year. You've got your tryouts coming up for the evaluation camp in a month's time now, July 20th, 21st. Tell us about those.
Yeah, I mean, our tryouts are a little earlier this year due to the COVID and the craziness of this year with the high school seasons pushed back. A lot of our coaches are high school coaches, and so it kind of posed a lot of logistic issues, But so this year we're trying to get it done by late July so that everyone gets a full August off and we pick back up in September. But excited about our tryouts. So far we've had such a great season so far with the youth. We'll pick back up with the recruiting ages here this weekend actually, and next weekend they'll start. Excited about those kids getting a chance to highlight themselves in some big time tournaments.
Yeah, and we just saw there how you can register for those for the tryouts. Anthony, too, you just mentioned like these kids here, and you're a Syosset dad, right? But with Igloo, you guys are obviously all throughout. You're not just Nassau, you're not just Suffolk. You are throughout, and this is unbelievable. We're going to show the graphic here. How many players are competing in Nassau, Suffolk, Long Island championships? So many Igloo guys. We just saw one right now, right? Albert Panicia scores the winner for Friends Academy.
Yeah, I was excited for Albert. I mean, he's the heart and soul of that team. 2021, black ice player for Igloo, and he's heading off to Providence next year along with my son. Great kid, couldn't be happier for him. We have almost 40 kids. I apologize. I put that list together very quickly, but I missed some kids. I mean, we're almost 40 kids that went into county finals from our program, and I don't think it's coincidence. I think it's our coaching, it's our format. We want kids peaking at the right time in their career. So we try not to overdo it when they're younger and get more progressively. More intense as we get older. So, and it's proven dividends. So, I'm excited for our program. Excited for the kids that are playing in this, and in general, our coaches too. I mean, we have Coach Calabria, Coach Fennell, Coach Cromwell. I could go all day on the coaches that coach for Igloo. So, just excited about our program, where we're headed.
Yeah, well, we're excited for you as well, and we thank you for your help and support here as well. And enjoy the game. I think I know who you're rooting for today, so we'll be fine with that. And
I get to be a dad today.
You do, yeah, and it's an emotional day for you as well, because win or lose, that's it for his high school career. So it's been a long ride for your son, and also a huge group of seniors for Syosset. So it should. Hope you get to enjoy it.
The 21 seniors, that are here, I've had since they were in, first grade. So, yeah, it's a special kind of moment. It's not just about my son. I'm dad first, but it's the whole thing. So I want to see him finish it if we could.
There you go. Well, enjoy it, and we thank you again for joining us.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and we'll show you some of the highlights of how Syosset and Northport got here, and as well look at some of our impact players. You're watching the Varsity Media Long Island Championship Show.
Are you settling for a boring live stream? Can't see the players' uniforms? No audio? Camera not following the action? Consider a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Our announcers help tell the story of your game.
Goes McCarthy. He's got he's in. Touchdown, Farmingdale.
We feature multiple camera angles, guaranteed to capture all the action.
Touchdown, Oceanside.
Plus added features like graphics, instant replay.
Yeah, the shooters are going to shoot here at Bethpage, and one of many threes on the day.
Interviews and more. It's your time to shine. And with Varsity Media, now you can. Contact us today and book a live stream broadcast with Varsity Media. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone 516-403-2050.
We welcome you back to East Islip Middle School. There is a look through the netting here of the Northport guys warming up. There's your Class A bracket, how we got here. You can see Syosset and Farmingdale and Ward, Melville, Northport. A great ride to get here, and we have highlights for those games as well. We'll start visiting teams here out in Suffolk County are the Nassau team, so we'll take a look at the Braves and how they got here, and they had a little revenge matchup again. In the regular season, it was Farmingdale beating Syosset. They had to come from behind to win that one 6-5. Syosset kind of wanted to get back a little bit, and it was actually early on Tommy Decker putting the Dalers out to a fast start. Had one of his 2 goals on the day, an early lead for the Dalers, but that would not last very long. We mentioned Anthony Alexander before. There's his son, AJ, working from X, getting it out to Joe Buetti, switches to his left hand. Buetti with the rip as Syosset got back into it. Danny Garone now, what a huge game he had. 5 goals, including this one. He'll get the hoop and the harm, if you will, using a basketball term. And we love our pole goals, right? How about this one? Unsettled. Here comes Devin Lefkowitz. One of his 2 pole goals of the game. And Joey Greco, what a game he had. He made sure to lock it up from there. 2 of his 13 saves on the game. There's the second one as Syosset would win this one 13-7. It is the Braves' first Nassau title since 2016. So that's the story on Syosset coming here. And how about those guys on the other side of the netting there, the Tigers of Northport? We saw their game earlier as well. We broadcast both of the regular season games here. Northport, a huge win against Ward Melville. In this one, Ward Melville looking for 4 in a row. Northport looking to end the 19-year drought. Ward Melville races out early. Giovanni Saratori, Kevin Dolan, they open up a 3-0 lead, but here comes Northport. Mike Meyer with a rip. And then here comes Casey Fortunato, who ties it at 4. And then it's Mike Meyer again. Watch this, overhand goal. Clearly, our guys know I like pole goals, right? There's Jack Brecklin getting in on the attack. And Casey Fortunato again extends the Tigers' lead to 3 with 3:04 left. All that's left is the goalie pylon and championship celebration. Northport, 8-6 winners. They improve to 14-3. They end a 19-year championship drought. So that's how we got here, and what are we looking for as we are here? We'll take a look at some of our impact players here today, and we since it's a special day, a special game, we have 2 per team. First, we start off with Syosset, and their leading attacker is A.J. Alexander. Interesting thing here, too, about A.J. Alexander. You heard his dad, Anthony, talk about a special group of seniors all together. Alexander and Joe Buetti, who will both go on and play in college. Alexander, the Providence commit, Buetti at Marist. They've played together for so many years now. Alexander, you can see his numbers on the year. A balanced scoring attack, 23 goals and 22 assists for the senior. He's a Dodger. He'll draw double teams. He's great at getting out of those double teams. A great head on his shoulders, great lacrosse IQ. Expect A.J. Alexander to impact this game in a big way. As always, the game of lacrosse is changes with the face-off, right? So to get Alexander enough touches to get the possessions for Syosset's way, that's going to be the job of Luca Accardo. He's still a junior, the Binghamton commit. What a huge game he had against Farmingdale. I think he went 22 of 25 in that Nassau championship game. The Binghamton commit. He's also on the man-up team, so we say he's a Fogo, but he'll play as well. He's a great lacrosse player. He's got that fast twitch muscle to his face-offs. He's trained at that, so he will be big for Syosset. How about the guys from the 6-3-1? Northport. Well, again, we're going to look at their attack to start. And Ryan McCarthy, big number 30. Look at some of these numbers. Talk about balanced attack, right? 36 and 25. An uncommitted senior as well. So if there's some college coaches out there taking a look, you might want to look at Ryan McCarthy. Great vision. He's a QB as well, a solid shot. He was on varsity as a sophomore, and he's good at finding those guys popping up on the crease. And if he's on the crease, he can finish as well. He finds those little holes in the defense, and he's got the ability to step in and bury the ball. We saw what he did there in the Suffolk Championship as well. And hey, we talked about Accardo, right, at the Face-Off X. Well, we'll keep that trend going with Northport's second impact player. That's Tyler Kuparanchek. Also a junior, also a Division I player. So you've got Accardo going to Binghamton, Kuparanchek going to Mount St. Mary's. They call him Coop. He's got the quick hands as well. He could pick up the ball, play a little bit of offense, defense. He's athletic as well. He's a Fogo because they don't have to get him on, but they're not in a hurry either to get him off. So those are our impact players. And what a game we will have for you. Reminder as well, when this one is final, we'll have all the highlights for you from this one, as we did with the Class D Championship. We're going to have some interviews as well. We'll have the highlights, give you everything that you maybe missed during the portion of the game, and we'll also take a look then at the next game after this, the Class B Championship between Garden City and Compswag. So we invite you to join us again after this one, and we thank you for joining us as we always do. It's the Varsity Media Long Island Championship Show.
Are you settling for a boring live stream? Can't see the players' uniforms? No audio? Camera not following? As the season winds down, don't let the memories of an unusual season fade. Let Varsity Media relive the season filled with great plays, exhilaration, and joy with a highlight video. For the athletes going to college, Varsity Media's recruiting videos have been the engine that drives the application to the coach. Our history has shown a Varsity Media recruiting video has saved parents hundreds of thousands of dollars. For the athletes not yet ready for college, a Varsity Media highlight video will be remembered forever, and the highlights will be there for life. An end-of-season team highlight video will capture a successful season filled with hard work, unpredictability, a testament to the administration and athletes. Call Varsity Media today to start creating a video filled with highlights from a very unusual season. Highlights that will forever be watched. Contact us at 516-403-2050.